Good day, I'm Raina Joy Borromeo, and this is the video of my reflection about the series The 100. I hope you bear with me because this will be long. No, I'm just kidding. Without further ado, I'll start now. Choosing a favorite among my favorites. Choosing a favorite scenario in the film The 100 is kind of hard. I mean, there are lots of good scenes that take place in this series, lots of memorable and important scenarios to remember. That's why I also have lots of favorites. But I have to choose only one. So if I had to pick a favorite, I'd say the 4th season's final episode, Prime Fire. In this season, there are many scenarios and events that test each of the characters, especially in terms of leadership and followership. It shows how and what the leader should consider in creating and choosing a decision about something that will greatly affect all of his or her people, such as deciding who will survive the prime fire, who should be inside that bunker, and who should be left outside to ensure that others will leave and survive in their place. That decision was hard to make, and the other clans almost didn't survive the prime fire because of what Ja and Clark did, even though Octavia already did something to give a solution about who will and will not survive the prime fire. This scenario involves a lot of sacrificing for the survival of humanity, to what extent what we could do just to survive. Furthermore, this became my favorite because it shows that when the people or the citizens of the community are working together, impossibilities can be achieved no matter what they are. It will be much easier to achieve when the citizens participate and cooperate with their leader in doing something. As in this scenario, the clan leaders engage in a ritual battle to determine which clan will survive and finally setting aside their differences for the sake of their survival and calling themselves one crew. And also, it's a success in the part where Raven, Bellamy, Monty, Clark, and others work together as a team. Every part of that episode showed how everyone worked together to achieve an impossible survival rate. People against the time, like the time was their common enemy that they needed to fight. And it showed how strong and stable they were when they worked together, which is what we should do as a community. Work together to achieve the goals of our community, of our world. Just like my favorite scenarios, I also have lots of favorite characters. I mean, each and every one of them has their own characteristics and qualities that should be admired. Well, my favorites are Monty, Raven, and Octavia. All of them have character development each season that makes me admire them. I'm not saying the other characters didn't have any development, but these three just really made an impact in my perspective. For Monty, I admire him for his resourcefulness since season 1 and how he cares for his friends and the people he loves, and his desire to always strive for peace above everything else. Raven for her intelligence, for doing something and giving solutions to things that others have no idea what to do, and for being such a strong woman despite the difficulties she's experiencing. And Octavia's character development from being a follower to being a leader. The darkness may have engulfed her while they were in the bunker, but we can't deny that she's a great leader who successfully joined the 13 clans. However, I still need to choose one. Among all of them, I choose Octavia because she makes me admire her, and also she surprised me because I never expected this character to do that. She has always been a really strong person ever since she was a child. The part of her that makes me admire her is when she assumes the command in the bunker and with the other clans. When she won the ritual battle, she let every clan survive, but only 100 people from each clan will be allowed to enter the bunker, which is still really admirable because she lets everyone have a chance to survive. But if the other clan won, only their clan will be allowed in the bunker.
I was fighting for us all. Sky Crew will not take the bunker alone. We will share it equally because we are equal. We are one clan, and we will survive Prime Fire together. Uganda.
I like how she became a leader who considered all people, not just the circles of people she came from and grew up with. She gave everyone a chance and hope of survival. She was even more worried because she is not used to being a leader. But sometimes the people who did not want to be leaders or never saw themselves as leaders are the ones who became good leaders. Octavia did her best and what she could do to properly lead her people, and she also demonstrated a sense of responsibility and voluntarism, both of which are not common nowadays. In terms of leadership, this film changes my perspective when creating a decision. A leader must carefully consider the decisions he or she makes because every decision a leader makes or takes has a significant impact on the followers. Consider the pros and cons and learn to balance both the heart and mind and have a soul or commitment to properly lead the community's citizens. Becoming a teacher in the future. Students will look up to me. What I will show and teach them will be engraved in their minds. As a teacher, I must also properly consider and analyze the things I will teach and show to the students. Just like I would when making wise decisions for everyone, I must consider all the possibilities, consequences, and other things that will affect everyone in a community. As a future teacher, my community will be my classroom. My citizens and followers will be my students, and I, as their teacher, will be their leader, whom they will expect to properly teach, guide, and lead them to success and help them improve. As a Filipino citizen, it taught me that giving my participation and cooperation to my country as its citizens is very important to achieve the objectives of my country. It may be in a simple way or a simple thing, but what's important is that I be able to participate and cooperate. As a global citizen, I must also give my participation and cooperation to the goals that the world needs to achieve to have sustainability, and know my responsibilities and the role that I need to adhere to as a citizen of the world. The most essential lessons that I have learned in the series, The 100, as I finish it are that my planet, my responsibility, and the leader must balance both heart and mind to properly lead his or her followers. My planet, my responsibility is a reminder that every citizen living on Earth must give it value, respect, and care. As its citizens, we should be responsible for it. Let us not be the reason for its destruction. Let us be the reason for it to thrive and be prosperous, because the 100 taught us that whenever we go, there's no place like home. And being a leader is not an easy path, but it will surely teach you a lot of lessons in life, especially about leading and making decisions. Doing this film study has helped me value my learning in certain areas by teaching me valuable lessons and enlightening my understanding of leadership, followership, the importance of having a sense of responsibility and voluntarism as a citizen of my country and global citizen, and knowing my role as a human being. That's all. I'm Raina Joy Borromeo. Thank you for watching.